Surging Sparks is the best set in the last 3 years, and I'm here to prove you why. More cards that will be featured in Surging Sparks have been revealed and they look absolutely gorgeous. A lot of fan favorite and Pokemon from Gen 3 are on this set, so it looks like it will be the next thing in the Pokemon TCG space. The Pikachu chase card we all have been waiting for has been revealed and it looks pretty different than I expected. I'm not a big fan of most terrestrialized crystal thin cards, but I have to admit this one looks super cute and exclusive, which I think it was at the first place the whole point of this card. In the Scarlet and Violet era, people are hungry for big chase cards for the lack of real big hits in the first sets, and this is what happened with the Greninja SIR from Twilight Masquerade. And it's part of the reason why both the set and the card are performing so well. If I have to predict, this Pikachu card will also be one of the chase cards from the era and quite expensive as well. By the way, I'm giving away this Lost Origin booster box to one of my subscribers. All you have to do is to like, comment something down below and be subscribed to the channel. I will announce the winner at 6,000 subscribers. Another huge card has been revealed and it's the Milotic SIR. This card is an absolute banger. The art is done with so much detail, I just love it. I said before that I just love when we can see a card from the side so we can see two different environments in the same card. I feel like Milotic is a really loved Pokemon by all of us Gen 3 fanboys, and it seems like they finally gave it the card it deserves. There are some cool Milotic cards from the past, like the Hidden Legends Holo, the EX from Emerald, the Fire-type Delta species from Dragon Frontiers, and the Shiny Milotic Secret Rare from Supreme Victors. And talking about Supreme Victors, let me flex a bit and just show you this beautiful sealed Supreme Victors blister I was able to get about 2 months ago. I think none of us would be impressed if this is the most expensive Milotic card, period. This card also comes with a cute Phoebus illustration rare, featuring its pre-evolution and making it possible to have as a little 2-piece set, just like the Latias and Latios from this set that were already revealed. This is usually healthy for a set, since it adds a lot of depth and desire to pull both of them, and it also makes customers want to open far more packs, and this of course increases the demand and the price of the set. It has also been confirmed a Mesprit illustration rare that looks absolutely insane. We have confirmation that all the Psychic Trio Legendaries from Sinnoh will be on the set, although for now we only have the illustration rare from Mesprit. It would be crazy to have the 3 of them as an illustration rare set, but I think we will have to wait for that, since we will need far more information than we have now, and this is pure speculation because the other 2 were just confirmed as regular cards. The last leaked cards are Miraidon and Coraidon. For now they don't seem to have any illustration rare or higher tier, but actually a new illustration rare was revealed and it's Cerulege, well, the Mega Man armor weird thing. I know it's a Gen 9 Pokemon and most of the community will just hate it for that, but just take a second and look at this card. The colors, the art style, it looks absolutely gorgeous. For the moment, it does not seem like Armaro, why the names are so... will have an illustration rare, but I have to admit that it would be absolutely great to have both of them, to have another little set. It would be so good to have all these small sets inside Surging Sparks, since it will make the set a lot better and it would make it just boom in price in the future. The other half of Surging Sparks looked already amazing, and this second half is starting to look amazing too, so just let the hype build up for everybody. I would recommend you take a few minutes of your time and just look at everything we have on this set, because it's a Gen 3 and 4 festival and I think everyone from 25 to 35 years old just love this 2 generation, myself included. So we have a special illustration rare Latias paired with an illustration rare Latios, making it a beautiful set. Lisa's Appeal with the Altaria on the background that is already going for $220 on the Japanese set, Paradise Dragona, which is half of this set actually. There's also another version of this card already going for $50, which makes it a nice secondary chase card in my opinion. It already presented a lot of depth just within the first half, with some amazing cards like Alolan Executor paired with the Executor of course, a full art Latias and a black Kyurem, and also an Archaludon EX and a lot of full art trainers. Now we have to add all of these cards that have been leaked and discussed at the beginning of the video, and it already looked amazing. If the cards left to come maintain the quality of the ones that have already been leaked, I think this will be the best set we had since back then 2021 with Evolving Skies. And I think this is something we all have been waiting for, right? Like even with the last good sets like Twilight Masquerade or Paldea Evolved, I feel like the community before the release was not as hyped as now. The leaks were not so strong and they didn't look that good. I'm including myself here, like when Twilight Masquerade got announced, I was a bit skeptical. I was seeing all these Ogre Pawns and I was a bit skeptical. I said, well, if 4 of the SIRs will be Ogre Pawns, that was a no-go for me. Then when we saw the Greninja was an amazing chase card, it's actually a fan favorite card. I feel pretty related with Twilight Masquerade, but I think this set will be a lot stronger since it has depth of chase cards, which is something we don't see since probably the Sword and Shield era, where we see like these multiple chase cards as Pokemon, and also some trainers that will go for a lot of like big money too. I think the fact that the community is positive since before the release and a lot of pre-orders have been made already, it's kind of good for everyone, right? Because it highes the demand, it reduces the supply, and it gives these positive vibes to both like collectors and investors, which for me is always a good signal for a success of the set. I'm both a collector and an investor, and I think this is what both sides deserve. This is a really good set that will be super fun to open because it have multiple chase cards. I actually like the fact that they are Gen 3 and Gen 4 chase cards, but this is something more personal from me. Although I think a big part of the Pokemon community, these are like the sweet spot of gens they loved. I think there's a big part of the community who is really a big supporter of Gen 1. I think Gen 2 was a bit forgotten, but then Gen 3 and Gen 4 were also like where a lot of us were kids and we're just playing Emerald and Diamond and Platinum, and I feel like this helps the sentiment towards the set because we see a lot of Gen 9 Pokemon inside too. So this mix, I think it's something we all have been waiting for. You know, I don't dislike Gen 9 Pokemon, I just don't feel related to them because I haven't even played the games. So when we have these new and fresh Pokemon and fresh arts, like the arts are the best by far of the last eras, like there's no doubt about that. But when we have this together, like this new Pokemon, so kids actually enjoy the set and say, well, this is the Pokemon I found in Scarlet or Violet or whatever. And we also have this Gen 3, Gen 4, some Gen 1 Pokemons. I mean, Pikachu, like by all means, is the OG, right? I just feel like a set like this just keeps the community like more united, you know? It sounds cringe, but it's kind of true. Like when we have a release so successful that investors will be happy because they will purchase booster boxes and keep them sealed and just make a profit out of them, and also collectors will be happy because they have a great set where opening the set will be actually hype, you know? You won't have this feeling of, okay, if I don't pull this card, if I don't pull the Greninja, I'm done, or if I don't pull this Altard, I'm done. So I think we're in a really good spot right now, and now that the Scarlet and Violet era has been more accepted by collectors and investors, I think this is the perfect moment to have a main set release that will be so strong. And one last but really important reflection is, can this set surpass Evolving Skies? Well, the short answer is of course no. Evolving Skies has what I like to call depth of chase cards, which is to have like this more than 5, even more than 7 or 10 chase cards inside the set. This is honestly a Black Swan event. This is something that happens one in every a lot of sets, and this is what happened with Evolving Skies, because the thing with Team Up, that is the set from the Sun and Moon era that also exploded in price, the situation was a lot different. Supply for Team Up was super low, but this was not the case with Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies had like 2 or 3 reprints, but the set was so demanded they just didn't matter. The set would just keep booming because people were actually interested in opening the set, and this is something I can see related with Surging Sparks. So I would say no, it will not surpass Evolving Skies, it will not be as successful, but I also can tell you that I would be like 90% sure this set will be the best from the Scarlet and Violet era yet. We have a lot of sets to come. We have something like in the 8.5 set, which is after the release of Surging Sparks, we will have a specialty set, and it looks like it's going to be the EV crystal thing with a lot of legendaries, so that specialty set just looks amazing too. But out of the main sets we had until now, from these 8 main sets from Scarlet and Violet, I feel like Surging Sparks will be just by far the best. I think the hype is deserved. I wouldn't see why people would not be so happy. It also has the first Pikachu. It's not the first like rainbow border card because we got the Terapagos, or however that weird rainbow turtle is called, in the last set in Stellar Crown, but I think this Pikachu will be so special. It's so, I wouldn't say weird, but it's so exclusive. Like we never seen something like this, and I think it's a good chase card. And before ending the video, guys, I want to tell you that since these sets that are coming look so good too, I would say don't go all in and crazy with Surging Sparks, because It looks like the Scarlet and Violet 8.5 set, which is the specialty set coming in January, I would say. I've talked with distributors and stuff, and I think the first boxes will be delivered like 15th to 17th of January, but most likely like a lot of us will have access just at the end of January. But these sets look crazy, guys. Don't go crazy on this because I think the new sets that are coming are super great too, so try to diversify a bit. We will have to like restrict ourselves just to have money available for the future sets because they look amazing too. This is everything I've got. Hope you liked the video, and for first time just see my ugly face on camera. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. We will be announcing the giveaway at 6,000. It looks like a lot, but we will get there really soon. I promise you that. And as always, have a great day.